All right, welcome to this matchup tonight. We've got Speed Demons versus three Rocketeers, interdivisional matchup. So those mean kind of a little bit more than others, competing against each other to make the playoffs. I'm Joe Papa. I'm joined here by Kip Taro in the booth. How's it going, Kip Taro?
Hello, it is going well. As you mentioned, a division matchup. These matchups definitely play a lot into playoffs as these are kind of the guys you're fighting for your seeds. But speaking of interdivision matchup, these guys are actually both in your division, Joe. So seeing these two rosters, seeing these teams so far, what's your take on these guys?
Well, yeah, that's true. We have actually gone to play against the three Rocketeers, and we did play against the Speed Demons in the preseason tournament, I think, as well. So, yeah, I do have a bit of experience in this matchup. Rocketeers are actually a really good team. Our series with them is probably like one of our most competitive so far. They were all like one goal games. There was like one or two overtimes as well. So I'm very excited to see how the Rocketeers do. They have like a very solid roster of like veterans. Dark Rain and Bolton, of course, have won. I'm pretty sure they won the same season together on the Astro, and are both Astro former captains. So there's a ton of experience on that team. And then Speed Demons are a pretty like new team. Um, they've like had a lot of roster changes throughout the season so far, so they're kind of a wild card out there, looking to get some more points.
Yeah, they definitely are a wild card. I agree with that statement. I think it's good. They have had a rough start so far, but I feel like they're a better team than the record necessarily shows. You know, some of it was before the roster changes. Some of it have just been perhaps some inconvenient matchups or substitutions that weren't chemistry wise quite there. But I don't believe we have any substitutions for tonight. As they are in the lobby, we're going to start out with Zyrek, Dave, and On Fire for Speed Demons. So I think these guys got some potential, and 3 Rocketeers, as you mentioned, definitely a solid squad. Definitely maybe a little under the radar. They definitely have that, I guess, potential there, you know? If they're on it, they got 3 dudes pretty much around the same rating. If they're all on it, that can be a hard team to beat, but I think this will be a close matchup either way. Is there any way you're leaning towards, or how do you predict that this series is gonna go?
I'm gonna say a 2-1 going the way of the three Rocketeers. That's what I'm expecting. But I'm thinking most games are gonna be like one goal games. Probably get like at least one overtime in.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think Yeah, I think they will be close games. If 3 Rocketeers are all feeling it today, this could be a sweep, a close sweep. But with that being said, I'm gonna predict the underdog here. I'm gonna go Speed Demons take it 2-1. I think they're hungry for that series win. I think they're I think they've got the lineup today they're looking for. I think they got the potential, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see who 3 Rocketeers is running. Because they can mix it up between sniping and dark rain probably as their third, it looks like. But two pretty rounded teams. 3 Rocketeers pretty much all around the same rating for the most part, maybe within like 30 of each other. Speed Demons a bit wider range, but nothing too crazy. Zyrek being the highest rated player. Is there any player on either team that you think is going to be that kind of X factor for tonight's matchup?
Definitely Zyrek. I'm pretty sure he's the highest rated player out there, although not by like that much. Like Bolton's pretty close, I think, as well. But he's a very mechanical player. He's played on like a ton of teams, even though I think he was a rookie last year. Um, but he typically stands out as like an MVP when I see him. When I did see the Speed Demons play last week, and he was there, and yeah, he was doing very well. He's just a very strong player on offense and does a lot of like air dribbles and stuff. So definitely probably going to be seeing some of those tonight. So I do think a lot of the matchup is probably going to come to how well Three Rocketeers defense can, I mean, just how well they can kind of defend against him specifically, as well as like passes involving him and Dave and On Fire.
I agree with that. I think Zyric's a solid player. So I don't know if I'd give him like the X factor just because I think consistency wise, we kind of know he's gonna be like like a good player. I think I think my biggest question mark has to go out to On Fire, who hasn't played for a bit. I could be wrong, but this might be his first like series of the season. So it's been a while since we've seen him play. Maybe he's higher, maybe he's better, maybe he's worse. I don't know. It'll be very interesting. But
Yeah, actually, I think that's true. I don't remember seeing On Fire play last week, so that's a good point. I'm actually very excited to see now how he does. Because he's a former QRLS champion, so he's definitely got that experience out there.
absolutely, I believe he won 2 seasons ago was his most recent one. So fairly recent still. We are just waiting on Free Rocketeers to join the lobby, and then we'll get right into it. We do not have an overlay today as Box's mod is still needing an update because Rocket League likes to update sometimes, but still be a good series. Don't really need the overlay or anything. But a whole lot of question marks as both teams are definitely trying to kind of make their mark this season.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I see Moose, Boltend, and Sniping Extremist. So that's probably gonna be the Rocketeer squad. It looks like.
Looks like we are
So
going to
no
see
Dark Rain
sniping
tonight.
instead of rain. Interesting. Rain is always
Yeah,
a
I mean, I
solid
think
player.
the yeah, I think every player on the Rocketeers all play pretty similarly and around the same level and well. So they're definitely a squad that can work with any combination of those players. But let's see, we're in.
Yeah, I'll admit I haven't seen too much of sniping play instead of rain, but he gets a great look there off a first shot. Some early pressure from Three Rocketeers, but Dave flicks again crossbar. You're about 15 seconds in and have hit the crossbar twice. Wonder if that'll be a theme. This teams can maybe get the ball going on net, but right now Moose just zero boost 50 in himself through the corner. Nobody there sniping with the shot just high over the crossbar. The Rocketeers have been looking good with most of the pressure early. I mean, E-Demons haven't. They had one shot that didn't really go well, but other than that, they've just been stuck in their half this whole time.
Yeah, and a great pass to On Fire there to get the clear. And here's some offense. This is center. Good save by Bolton there. And yes, Stevens seem to be out in some offense now. Rocketeers need to get the clear.
Yeah, Three Rocketeers kind of with sustained pressure now. Speed Demons taking their turn as Dave is going to hit the crossbar again. And no team really wants to shoot it on net quite yet. Maybe they're just feeling it out. Maybe it's a bit of a warm-up game. Maybe they were going through their routines as they had to update the game. And I believe we did see there the flip reset indicator, which I have not seen yet either. So that'll be very interesting. I don't know if it's going to make too much of a difference in gameplay-wise as Bolton again hits the crossbar. But it's definitely a new addition that can kind of help you know if you have that flip at least, or if you're just falling to nothing.
Uh-oh. I don't actually even know what that. I've never heard of that mechanic. But that sounds pretty helpful.
I believe
I
it's
think we just saw On Fire hit a flip reset earlier, although he wasn't able to do anything with it. Speaking of flip resets. Oh,
I believe the flip
yeah.
reset indicator is which is brand new, I think, with this update, I imagine, because I don't think it was there before,
Oh,
but it is very odd to see. It's gonna take some getting used to, but perhaps it helps us as a perspective to know if people suck. As yet again, another crossbar shot, as we are 0-0 halfway through the game, and that's going to be a whiff from bolt end to the first goal. What a very uneventful, unexciting game. You expect Bolton to hit those. Gotta imagine he'll get the next one. You know Bolton can save those. Obviously just a rough whiff. But so far we got a 1-0 game off a very questionable goal and tons of crossbar shots.
yeah, and Zurich though might be able to do something impressive, and he does. He gets the bump there. I always think those are pretty funny. Yeah, great choice by Zurich there. Seeing it's a 1v1 in those situations, you can kind of just get the bump and guarantee the goal, and that's exactly what he does. Moving up to 2-0.
Yeah, great transition on the counterattack. Dave with the save. Zyric right there, able to get in transition, get the ball going, gets the bump on Bolton, who's last back again. Seems like he's been third man a bit this game here. Maybe he can get himself on offense, because he's definitely a good shooter. And I mean, you're at 0 goals right now. You kind of need that offensive pressure going your way. But that's going to be another shot from Zurich off the crossbar, and then another follow-up shot saved by Moose. Because Bolton now is going to try and get to the offense. Not quite, as it's just going to be a bad pass out mid. And Zyrek able to intercept it, put that goal away, as Speed Demons are going to take a 3-0 lead in game 1.
Yeah, Speed Demons are doing a really great job capitalizing on just a couple like small mistakes on Rocketeers' end, and yeah, I mean this has turned into a huge lead for them.
Yeah, Speed
And it feels
Demons
like
are
they've been in offense the last like 3 minutes basically
oh, for
as well.
sure. Speed Demons are looking good this game. A lot better than you'd expect from a team with a 1-8 record on the season so far, but you know, like we were saying, they've had a bit of new roster changes. They've had some substitutions, haven't always been able to get their, I guess, full main roster on, as that's just going to be a whiff and Moose is driving backwards. But this game's pretty much wrapped up. Three Rocketeers have not looked at all threatening, really. Maybe a couple one-off possessions, but nothing too sustained, nothing too crazy, I guess, pressure-wise, required out of Speed Demons. As Zyrek's going to take this up the wall. About 40 seconds left in this game 1. Just going to 50 it out as On Fire puts another on net, sniping and Moose double commit, which is just going to allow Speed Demons to get another kind of catch and keep the pressure going.
Yeah, they have done quite a bit of double commits as well. Kind of uncharacteristic of the Rocketeers. Like, oh my, I would say that they are normally a like just very strong rotational, like heavy team. Where they, oh my goodness, what a shot! You see,
It's a beautiful shot off a beautiful pass from Bolton. Gets the flip reset, hits it to the backboard. Moose able to finish it up. It's going to put some life in him. Maybe take one for the road, but not really going to matter at all in the series of things, because it's 3-0 and now 3-1 and pretty much a garbage time goal, but still a good goal. Maybe they can keep that, get some, like I said, momentum for game 2. Finally got one on the board, threatening with that play. But, you know, we had Bolton as third man a lot, and, you know, going up, he got a great assist for a free shot into Moose. And even though we were saying he's third man, he's actually the only person on the team with 0 saves. The 3 Rocketeers had 7 saves in total, and Speed Demons only had 2. Yet Speed Demons just all offensive pressure, winning 3-1.
yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the shots difference is crazy. We've got 17 for Speed Demons, 4 for Rocketeers as well. So that's, I mean, that's a clear issue. It's going to be hard to score when you only have 4 shots. Uh, Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rocketeers, like they didn't look like bad necessarily. I'm just not sure. What do you think they would maybe improve on in between the games? Try to even out the scoreboard a bit.
I think they just looked a little flat, a little awkward. I think sometimes they were caught out on 0 boost. I mean, the first goal, I think some of it you can just chalk up to a bad game. The first goal was just Bolton whiffing a save that you kinda expect him to make 90% of the times, and, I mean, that puts you in the hole early. They got a great goal to end the game, so not too much needed, just maybe a bit more consistency, being able to have boost to be able to push up, but it did seem like they were on the back half of defense a lot of the time, so maybe that's just Speed Demons doing a good job of kinda boost control management.
Yeah, I mean, Rocketeers coming out the gate with some good offense, been like a decent shot on. Like clear already, so maybe trying to switch to a more aggressive style. See how that works. Oh, he fired the big clear now though. And Dave. This one's going center.
Bit back and forth ball, nothing too controlled offense-wise, at least out of 3 Rocketeers. They're lobbing some on net, which is honestly better. They're getting more shots already than they had for 90% of game 1. But good to see at least them getting their turn on offense. But right now, it's just been a bit of boom ball fest. Back from one side, back to the other. As Zyrek booms it after Bolton's going to boom it back. Nobody really connecting on plays. A bit of, I don't know if it's just panic or scared of miscommunication. It's always a safe method, though, just booming the ball, get it out of defense, as it's going to be boomed from sniping, back to on fire, back to sniping, back to Zyrek, and back to Bolton on the side, just switching fields over and over, which honestly might work out. We saw some whiffs in game 1, but I don't know, relying on the other team to whiff isn't always a great strategy.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you gotta make the goal happen yourself. Like Speed Demons might be about to do now. I've seen already a couple bumps from Speed Demons almost lead to goals, so that's definitely gonna be something the 3 Rocketeers need to watch out for. A good 50 though, this could be an opportunity. Although Zero gets a great hit, so it's not.
So that's going to be a whiff.
Oh,
Ooh.
what a shot. Dave has been getting really great angles. That's the second time he's gotten... Or, oh, I actually just completely just looked at where his car was, but either way, that was still a good angle. Yeah, Speed Demon's going up 1-0.
Great read off the double tap wall by Dave. Bolton there, but not quite able to make the save, as Moose is going to be saying the same thing. Just caught out barely, as Dave, with a bit of a 50 on sniping, just kind of lobs towards net. Really awkward for Moose, who isn't quite able to get it. And we had a pretty tied game for the first half, but now with just 2 quick goals off a kickoff, it's 2-0 Speed Demons again. They're looking to take their first series win of the season.
Yeah. See a big clear there. Bolton now. Oof. Yeah, the bumps from Speed Demons really are working well too. Like they've been getting Rocketeers trying to get some offense going there, but it's getting bumped. Oh, a bump of their own though. It's gonna allow them to put the ball center, but no one there.
Yeah. Speed Demons' aggression is definitely good to note, because they're always able to pressure the ball, not give too much time, and that one is going to be another open net by Dave, who gets a hat trick in this game. Good shooting by Dave. Nobody hitting the crossbar this time. And again, a 3-0 lead here in game 2, similar to game 1 for the side of Speed Demons. I mean, 3 Rocketeers just kind of caught out of position, pushed up, and now they're trailing, needing to get some crazy stuff to go. They got to get going on offense. They're trying to take this series. They got to take this game.
Yeah, good shot there, but saved by Dave. And yeah, I mean they're trying to mount offense, but it does just seem like they're always just a little slow to the ball compared to the Speed Demons players. But Bolton going for a bit of a solo play. Not really gonna work out.
Low boost there. A lot of low boost people here. Zyger's going to get the clear off the backboard. Just pinches it mid, but he stays on it, gets the pressure relieved for Speed Demons, at least for a little bit. As on far with a great ceiling challenge. Bolton gets a boom and clear out, but nobody quite there for 3 Rocketeers to follow it up. Seems to be the story of the series so far. Just kind of clearing it up, but nobody quite able to get it. They did get their 1 goal in game 1, though, off a great pass, and then somebody able there to be cleanup. So, wonder if they can string some passes, at least just follow up on each other a bit more. I think that'll clean things up a lot.
Yeah, it does feel like there's like a big distance between the Rocketeers players normally. You know, one can. Oh, dang! Oh, there we go though. Moose gets a goal. Kind of need to see the replay, see exactly what happens here. Oh, a good pinch it looked like, I think. And just slamming all the way in.
An own goal pinch off Zyrek. But
Oh.
this game is looking pretty identical. Deja vu to game 1 where Speed Demons get a 3-0 lead early, and I mean 3 Rocketeers get a garbage time goal to make it 3-1. But Speed Demons are going to take 2 straight games, and being 1-8 coming into this matchup, they just tripled their wins. I mean, that's a win already.
Yeah.
And Dave with the
Yeah,
hat
that is
trick.
huge.
I mean, we could see it again. Speed Demons made 1 save as a team. They had 1 shot on target. The shot on target wasn't even the goal. It was an own goal 50 that got the goal for 3 Rocketeers. 3 Rocketeers had 1 shot as a team, and it wasn't a goal. They have had 0 pressure, 0 connection, just looking flat. Just I don't even know how else to describe it. Just not quite there. Maybe a bit pushed up, a bit awkward in a lot of situations, a lot of positions, but I mean, we know this 3 Rocketeers team can play well. If they're on their game, they can easily take this game 3.
Yeah. I don't know. They might just need to play more fast. Really fast offense. Take a little bit more time defense. A loud motorcycle outside my window if you can hear that, but uh I don't know. Yeah, it does just feel like they're playing a little too slow and giving the Speed Demons too much time to do their passes, do their air dribbles, things like that. But yeah, we'll see if they get kind of a play style switch up into this game 3.
But they did have a beautiful game there in game 2 with the hat trick scoring all 3 goals for the side of Speed Demons. But we'll see if he's able to replicate that, or maybe it's a cool-off game. 3 Rocketeers won't have to worry about that being too much of a factor. I think 3 Rocketeers, I just need more, I guess, control of the ball. It seems like a lot of their strategy has just been clear out the ball heavy, clear out the ball far, and then try to follow it up and chase it, which hasn't really been working, as Speed Demons are able to just kind of clean it up and collect it themselves. Seems like they've had a bit more solo play potential, controlled offenses. Zyrek is going to take that up for the air dribble. Dave gets the shot on, but a beautiful save from sniping is going to keep this game tied.
Yeah, a good shot by Moose, but Zurek a little too quick on the recovery there. And I mean, this game is definitely looking like a good back and forth. And Rocketeers are looking aggressive, coming out there with the bump, trying to open up the defense on the back line there. Looking for another bump there from Bolton, so It does seem like they've kind of switched to their play style, trying to play a bit quick, together more. Maybe a little too much together. That was a little unfortunate though. But Dave has got to be moving up everyone's radar after this series, I will say. He's been, for sure, MVP.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten, I think that's his second goal, pretty much just off dunking people on 50s that happens to land in the net. And I mean, those aren't the goals you want to be giving up. 50s that just go in your net. Got to be getting a little bit better placed behind the ball, maybe at least somebody back. But that's going to be a beautiful whiff by On Fire. It's going to turn out to be a beautiful fake, which leads to another Dave goal. Dave has been popping off this game in terms of scoring. Just fakes out the defender with the whiff. Dave able to take it himself in his 2-0 lead for Speed Demons.
Yeah, and maybe another opportunity for Speed Demons, although not quite enough boost to get up there. And yeah, little fake from Bolton. He's gonna get it to Moose, kind of, and through the smoke. I don't know. Somehow Bolton gets it. See, a great hit by sniping. It's gonna put it kind of center for him. Maybe for Bolton.
Yeah, I mean, 3 Rocketeers, you saw it in that play. They're just kind of a little not almost expecting each other's hits because they just boomed it off the backboard. Nobody able to clear it from Speed Demons, but nobody there either from 3 Rocketeers, and having a couple back and forth times and ended up Speed Demons ball. This is going to be a good opportunity for him. Can Bolton put it away? Yes. And it is 2-1 game. Getting their goal earlier than the last 10 seconds means they have a chance in this game. It's some momentum. It's 2-1. We got about 2 minutes left in this game. Let's see if they can steal game 3, not make it a sweep at least, and get some points for the week for 3 Rocketeers.
Yeah, I mean, that is huge for the Rocketeers' mental momentum here. And great save by Bolton. And, oh my god. That was very scary. I totally thought that was going in. But perfectly placed by Moose to get that ball out of his net. I don't know how that ball didn't go in. I think someone got an insane save on the Rocketeers. I couldn't see through the smoke.
The ball has just been pinging crossbar, pinging post, not quite able to find its way in for Speed Demons. Lucky for them, though, they do still have the lead as Bolton gonna be able to dunk On Fire. And, I mean, we're able to see it now. They got a bit more pressure this game. It's keeping close. That's kind of what you want to see out of them, changing it up, able to get some pressured offense, not just let Speed Demons take the full length of the field pretty much every time, as Moose is going to get a flick. Nobody there to follow it up, though. Bolton doesn't get the challenge. Sniping's going to clear it up himself, but Zyrek's up. Can he get the double tap? He does, and that's going to make it 3-1 again for the side of Speed Demons. Beautiful double tap from Zyrek there. Runs out of boost at the perfect time, but manages to get it and finish it away, and that might finish this game and series.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make it tough for Rocketeers to make this comeback. And another uncharacteristic whiff from Bolton and Moose, but maybe opportunity. That might just be, not quite in, but still is in a dangerous spot. Zirek such good control of the ball, or control of the ball off the wall. But yeah, able to get that clear. Wow, Zirek 50's like the whole squad and does put it on off of On Fire's hit, or Dave's hit. Dave's hit. Yeah, On Fire was there. He was kind of cheerleading. But yeah, I mean that's probably gonna do it here. Only 13 seconds, unless maybe
Uh,
Bolton does something crazy.
yeah, no, that's just gonna do it. They got
Oh,
no, but
yeah,
they did score a goal in each game, so a bit consistency there. Uh, However, Speed Demons also scored 3 goals in each game and 4 goals in this last one. So they are able to take the sweep themselves. Speed Demons. I predicted them 2-1 as I thought I thought the underdogs, but they came out and swept. They did a great job. I mean, coming in 1-8, 1 game win, and now you're just got 3 more in one series, turning the tables around. Still looking like they might have a chance for playoffs even after a rough start. But that's what the long season's about. This is week 4. We got 10 weeks for teams to rack up points, get their lineup together, get their mental together, get their whatever together, or lose it, depending on what team you are. But either way, it's good to see kind of these bottom teams, start to pick up some pace, pick up some momentum.
yeah, yeah. I mean that is a massive sweep for Speed Demons in the standings. I think they might actually even pass Rocketeers in the standings after that, or at least be close.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the sweep, we are joined in the booth by Zyrek. Zyrek, it's great to see. I guess first off, this is kind of, I believe, the first time you had that main roster, and you get that, and you're able to play well, get a sweep here, and change from that 1-8 team to, I guess, 3 straight wins. How does that feel?
Oh, it's definitely amazing. We were going into this game, you know, we were obviously hoping for the win. We did see their lineup beforehand, so we kind of knew what to expect. Bolton, it's gonna almost always be on the ball in some capacity. But this definitely we were really excited after the game one win because kind of the first time we've taken a game one at that moment. So we were definitely really stoked about it.
Well, it is great to hear. Great to see you guys kind of turn the tables around, so to say, for the season. Still got a long ways to go. Still plenty of time to make it, though. I guess, was there any strategies or kind of things you were able to exploit? You mentioned Bolton kind of being on the ball. Were you expecting it to be a closer series? Because it seemed like pretty much every game was not too stressful for you guys.
Uh, yeah, we were expecting a lot closer of a series coming into it, but after we finished game one, our not necessarily our ego, but our momentum was definitely a lot higher, so we were pretty confident going into games 2 and 3.
Well, that's very interesting to hear. You didn't have the captain tonight. Is this kind of a lineup you guys think you'll be running, or do you guys have any knowledge of that?
Uh, Not a lot of knowledge on it. I personally hope we do. We played uh just ranked before the game, and On Fire and Dave were absolutely peaking. So we had a lot. We were really happy, and I hope that this team stays the not the permanent team, but definitely the main team, so to speak.
Yeah. It's definitely good that you mentioned your teammates, Dave and On Fire. Dave was having a great series tonight, being, I believe, the main goal scorer for your team as your
Oh
lowest
yeah,
rated player. And I think the lowest rated player in the lobby, not by much, but still
yeah.
technically lowest rated player. I guess when you got your kind of lower end guy, what's that mean for the rest of you? What's the rest of your team feeling like?
So funny enough, before we joined the lobby, I came into the match thinking that they're just gonna anytime I'm up in the air, they're gonna pre-jump me. They're gonna think, oh, highest rated player, pre-jump them. So I literally said to them, I'm like, I'm gonna let you two do whatever, and if I have an opportunity to score, I'll score. Except for, when I backflip in front of the net.
Happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does.
Happens sometimes on the other side too, but you guys did a good job of punishing for that.
Yeah, so
Well, I
I
think
also
that
did
is
get news. This will be the starting roster.
nice. Well, there you go, Joe. You got your scouting report ready for when you match up.
Oh, yeah. Just got a little bit worried here.
Yeah, no, I have to give an immense thanks to Dave for the absolute hard carry today. Like he definitely put us on his back. That's for sure.
You seem like you got a couple long shots, a couple mid goals, a couple 50s that just went his way.
Yeah,
So
I had one double tap. That's all I did.
you had a good 50. It went in the net. I think it was your net, but it went in.
No. It wasn't a 50. I redirected the ball into my net, and I told Moose that that was a beautiful dime.
Was a beautiful play. You're up at least. If you're tied or maybe down, maybe the mental changes, but it's good. It's easier to laugh at when you're at least
We
winning these
were
games.
we were dying of laughter. We were dying of laughter when it happened.
That's good. You're always keeping the mental up. Well, I think that's all the questions I got for you. Joe, do you have anything?
I guess I would be a little interested since you're one of the few teams that have had a lot of like roster changes since after like the preseason tourney and all that. Um, how much chemistry have you guys been able to build? Like, have you guys been doing scrims, things like that, and getting
So
those getting the chems up?
it's funny that you mentioned that because I brought up to Sakai Ripa that we needed to start scrimming, but we didn't have anybody's availability. So anytime all three of us were on, we would just hop into ranked threes.
Nice, nice.
We haven't scrimmed this season at all.
That's true. Well,
Who knows
I
though?
mean, rank threes is
Captain's
a
got
good
to
way
be
to
on the
do it, though.
lookout.
So,
Yeah, captain's be on the lookout. We'll definitely we'll hopefully get in contact with somebody.
yes, yes. I will.
I'll blame Joe. He doesn't like to scream.
What?
But,
Alrighty. Thank you guys for having me.
it was great having you in the booth. Congrats on the win. Go
Thank
join
you.
up with your teammates.
Oh,
We'll
they
see you
left call
next week.
already.
Oh, that's fair. Fair.
I'll be back on stream though later.
No. We do,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of which, we do have another matchup later tonight coming in about half an hour. Make sure to check that out. But I think it's going to be it for us for now. Joe, do you want to take us out?
Sure, sure. Yeah, I mean, thank you for watching. Yeah, we've got that game. We're gonna have Zirek and I think Norm off the top of my head or someone else. One of the goated casters here in the QRLS that's been doing games. So definitely watch that. I think that's the game of the week as well. So um, but yeah, thank you for watching. Me and Kitero commentate this game. And keep it quick.